Hey, Be Hope, welcome to 21 Days of Prayer and Fasting. I'm so glad you're joining us today. And I've got a question for you. What does it look like to invite God into every part of our life? Into the spaces that are doing really, really well and the spaces that are maybe a little bit worse than we thought they could ever get? What does it look like to invite God into every circumstance? Let's take a look at David and see what David did in 1 Samuel 24. And in 1 Samuel 24, we find David, who's been pursued by King Saul, who's hunting for David. We find him experiencing this moment in a cave with Saul, where David has this great opportunity where he could attack Saul. This could be the end of the vendetta that Saul has for him, and it could just be over. But David has stepped into the calling that God has on his life and knows that God has a greater call for David. And so David waits, he takes a step back, and he addresses Saul outside of the cave a little bit later with respect and dignity, and he implores him, hey, put this vendetta aside. And this wasn't because of David's own personal motivations. It wasn't because he did not attack him out of fear. He didn't attack him because God had called him to something greater. And we see this in Psalm 35. David is praying to God and he's asking him, hey, I want to see you at work in this circumstance. I want to see you at work in my life and I want to be able to praise you for it in the end. So my encouragement to you is that you would intentionally invite God into every circumstance, no matter how good it's going, no matter how messy it's going, but that you would be calling God into your life.
Thank you for joining us here today. Every morning at 6 a.m., you can join us again for another devotional from somebody else. It'll be a great way to start your day. And as you continue your fast, we want to hear from you, so you can put comments in the chats on each area of where you're watching and how you're joining in, so we can stay connected. We look forward to seeing you on the weekends at church. And we also want you to know every Saturday during this season, we are going to meet at 9 a.m. on each campus. And so as you are going through 21 days, check with your campus and each location so that we can come together and pray for all that God has, for what He's going to do as we move forward.